Sipeed NanoKVM Pro is Sipeed's flagship IP KVM model. We'll be looking at that in this video. I've tried out several IP KVM devices that are on the market, and in this video I'm going to be checking out the Sipeed NanoKVM Pro. And I've actually had this for several months now, and I'm just not getting to do a video on it. And the NanoKVM Pro is an interesting product because it has some features that may not necessarily exist on any other IP KVM that's on the market. So it's very interesting and a unique product, and it seems like it's designed more for tinkerers than other IP KVMs that are out there. So if you like to tinker with stuff, you can actually do that with this IP KVM, and you could even design custom apps for it. I'm going to list out the features I think makes the Sipeed NanoKVM unique, and some of the features I'll be mentioning are on other IP KVMs, but I still think they're interesting features that you may be interested in. So it supports 4K HDMI pass-through, PoE power. You can connect it both wired or wireless connectivity. And it comes with an ATX power control interface to power on and off devices. It comes with a screen sync ambient LED lighting, so you can have it match your screen, and it has the lighting around your monitors. You can even use HDMI or USB as a second screen that's on the screen of this KVM. So that's interesting. You can even customize what's shown on that display as well if you want something unique on there. You can switch back to the original Pi KVM software. So if you like the Pi KVM experience, you can actually have that on this. You can create your own custom apps, as I mentioned earlier. I think it uses Python if you're familiar with Python. It even has experimental AI assistant support, which is limited to 720p resolution, and it can do things like click buttons on screens and assist you with various things and tasks on your desktop, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of limited on what you can do in this little hardware, and it says it heats it up and uses a lot of CPU power on that little device. So that's something you can tinker with if you like to tinker. I'm kind of curious if one day you could put like something like Pico Claw or something like that on there, because Sipeed also it seems like they advertise that a lot, and it seems like it would run on a device that's a lower power like this NanoKVM. And finally, another interesting point I think is you can centrally control multiple NanoKVMs from the web interface if you install the account management feature on there. So you can actually manage a bunch of them if you have a whole fleet of NanoKVMs on your network. What I'm going to do to demonstrate this, I needed to set up Proxmox on one of my mini PCs for a demonstration for another video. So I thought that would be a good opportunity to show how it actually works instead of walking through like all of the web interface for NanoKVM, because it's kind of similar to Pi KVM and some of the other KVMs that use that. The NanoKVM Pro can be connected to a USB power supply, which is that center USB port if you're not using PoE power. To connect the NanoKVM Pro, you just connect the USB-C port labeled HID to the PC of choice. And then you're going to connect the HDMI in to the PC. And then you're going to connect the HDMI out to the monitor if you want to connect a monitor up to it, so you can just pass through the signal to your monitor. And then you connect an Ethernet cable, and if you have PoE power, you'll see as I do here, it will turn on. If you prefer to use wireless, you can configure it directly from the screen, which is great. You just select Wi-Fi, and then you can scan the QR code with your phone, and then click open. It'll connect to your wireless access hotspot on the NanoKVM Pro, and then you scan it again to open up the website to the web interface of the NanoKVM Pro, as you can see here on my phone. And then you just type in your Wi-Fi SSID and your password for the Wi-Fi connection, and you just click OK. And then this will connect your NanoKVM to your network. And you'll see on the NanoKVM screen, you'll grab an IP address, and you'll know that it is now connected via Wi-Fi. When you first log into the web interface, you're going to type in admin for the username and password, and it's going to prompt you to change your password. And you can type in whatever username you like and whatever password you like for your IP KVM. Let's click OK, and then you sign in with your new credentials. And once you get to the page here, it'll just be blank when there's no signal, and you'll see here, if I click on the settings, there is an update over to the left, and I'll just click on updates, and you'll have to click on confirm if you want to update your IP KVM, and you'll have to do a couple iterations of this if you're way behind on your updates or you just got a new KVM. I'm just going to show you the first upgrade and not all of them. So I'm booting up the Protectly system, and you can even see the boot menu. It uses Core Boot, and I'm selecting the thumb drive, and you can see it just goes through the installation process of an operating system just like you're sitting in front of the system. So I'm just doing a quick montage to show what this looks like. One thing I wanted to make mention of is the NanoKVM gets quite hot after it's running for a while, so make sure it gets good airflow. So full disclosure, Sipeed sent me the NanoKVM Pro, and they didn't get to see this video before I published it. And I hope you enjoy watching the videos on how some of these devices work, because there might be something you're looking for to use in your own home lab. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. I'm Dustin Casto, signing out.